Hello and welcome to another episode of the Music Rabbit Hole. I am your humble host and bus driver on today's musical journey. Happy Monday, people. Another week of episodes. I know I've been switching the format up from week to week, and it's going to be a little different again this week. So last week I gave you an artist a day. This week we're going to let these artists, these episodes breathe a little bit. I think doing it every single day, if I was huge or something like that, then that would be, that would be good. A good idea and with the content and that sort of thing. But right now, just kind of growing this channel, I think I'm going to scale things back a little bit. So the way this week's going to work is Monday, today, a new episode featuring kind of a quote-unquote bigger artist. And then Wednesday, we're going to go with like an underground type artist. And then Friday, I'm going to get up nice and early and listen to some of those releases from midnight on Thursday night. And that way you can have some Friday kind of immediate reactions to some of the new music that have been released on Friday. So 3 episodes a week now this week, and it could change next week. We'll see. I could change my mind. We're still figuring it out. But regardless, if this is your first time watching or listening, the way this show works is I start with an artist that you may or may not know, and then I head down the rabbit hole with them using Spotify's Fans Also Like feature to find 9 other bands or artists. So we play 10 tracks on each episode, and my goal to find you your next new favorite band or artist. So on today's show, we are staying local here and hitting up Red, Gold, Green, kind of the darlings of Northern Virginia, and they come from Reston. And when I was growing up, and I grew up here in this area, especially kind of late high school and early college, I had started hearing about these guys, and they've been around since around 2013 was when they put out their first album. I'm sure they've been playing music longer than that, but they have worked with artists like Dave Grohl and Pharrell. They have 67,500 monthly Spotify listeners. They're called Red, Gold, Green, and as I mentioned, they have a 2013 album called Red, Gold, Green LP, a 2017 album called Red, Gold, Green Radio, and a 2019 album, Red, Gold, Green 3, and then also this year they put out an album, a live album, Red, Gold, Green Live. They have also a bunch of EPs and singles too. So we're going to head down the rabbit hole with them. And it's going to be interesting to see where this goes because Red, Gold, Green covers so many different types of genres. They're a little bit rock, a little bit rap, a little bit reggae. They kind of go all over the place. So we'll see kind of where we end up. This song I'm going to be playing on the show today is from their very first album back in 2013. It's one of their more popular songs. It's got 1.4 million plays. It's called I Love Lamp. Let's go.
You should know that I don't want to be friends. She said, I don't want to be your friend. She said, I don't want to be your friend. She said, I don't want to be your friend. Well, baby, I don't ever want to see you again. Hey!
Just playing a minute of each track, and so we'll move on to the next artist in a sec. But, man, Red, Gold, Green, one of the big things with them is just they have such this like happy sound. I mean, they've got this energy, this happy sound, and that was back from their 2013 album. They've been putting out music for a long time since then. They've got some other tremendous tracks over the years, but that song is just a good kind of entry point into that band, just to kind of hear them. But their sound is all over the place as far as genre goes, but they always bring it. So Red, Gold, Green. All right, next up, we're heading to Annapolis, Maryland, so not too far away here. The band is called Bumpin' Uglies, which I think means sex. 364,000 monthly Spotify listeners, bunch of albums, all the way back through 2011. So they started even before Red, Gold, Green. So they have a 2011 album, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019. And live album in there is the 2019 album. And so this song I'm going to be playing is a 2019 single they put out called Island Time. It's got about 4 million plays. So this is Bumpin' Uglies. All right, so we're going down the reggae rabbit hole. You can tell right off the bat.
Sunrise, doggo snoring. Nothing to do today, but it ain't boring. Shoes on and I'm at the door. Take a run along a foggy shore. Pot of coffee, fill my cup. Pack a bowl and spark it up. Take a bike out to the rock. Swim until...
All right, we're going to stop it there. Well, I guess, it makes sense. It's Memorial Day today. A lot of people have the day off. This is usually, in normal times, this is the weekend that everybody goes to the beach or the pool or things like that. So we're going to try to bring the beach to you, I guess, on this episode. I think we're heading down the reggae hole, which is fine. It's a music genre that I am not super familiar with. Hasn't been played on the show before, but that's what this show's about, man. We're going to just go down this rabbit hole, see where it ends up. And so Island Time by Bumpin' Uglies. Next up, we're heading to the West Coast, San Jose, California. The band is called The Hold Up. They have 359,000 monthly Spotify listeners. And actually, The Hold Up is an individual. It's a solo project by this guy, Michael Garmani. Might be Garmany. He has a 2009 album called Stay Gold, 2010 album called Confidence, 2011 album Still Gold, 2012 album, 2013, 2016, 2019. So bunch of very prolific, bunch of albums in the mix there. This is from the 2011 album. The song has 10 million plays. It's called The Drugs by The Hold Up.
Cause I've been taking painkillers so I last longer when I'm having sex. She got jeans that shape her ass and a shirt that shows her chest. We're alone and my heart ain't beating. It's moving slow cause the Viking is peaking. Remembering the crackle from the blunts that we would sprinkle coke in. I got curious at 13 so I started smoking. I was 15 when we all got arrested. Threatened they would test me but I never got tested. So I kept smoking weed and trying drugs that all my boys were into. On occasion popping and making tea with mushrooms. But now I think those days are behind me. And every time that I get high, this shit just reminds me of the way I used to be when I was younger. I got out alive, but it was different from my brother. Wish she could get clean, if not for him, then for my mother. Think I learned my lesson, but the song is for the other.
So a little reflection, self-reflection on drug use and things like that. So like he said, he was able to kind of get through it, but his brother wasn't. And there's obviously a lot of people that aren't able to get through. And I wonder kind of what that is like in that scene, in the reggae, kind of new age reggae scene. Is drugs a big problem? Is it not? I have no idea. But if you do know that scene well, you probably know the answer to that. And it was interesting because that kind of had more of like a little kind of modern tint to it. There, like especially with some of those sounds, it wasn't just straight up kind of old school reggae style. There was definitely a little bit more like electronic kind of elements to it. So we'll see if like there's different levels to reggae. I'm sure there are with all genres. So we'll see what we hear today. All right, moving on. The fourth band on the list, they come from Duxbury, Mass. They are called Stick Figure. 1.2 million monthly Spotify listeners. Bunch of albums from 2006, 2008, 2009, 10, 12, 15, and 19. This is from their 2015 album. That album is called Set in Stone. This song has 25 million plays. Nice. It's called Smokin' Love, and it says it's with Collie Buds. This sounds kind of like electronic-y too. We're chilling today. only playing a minute, so that's Stick Figure Set in Stone. All right, next up, fifth band on the list. They're called Ayaterra. They're from L.A., 197,000 monthly Spotify listeners, a 2015 album called Full Circle, a 2017 album called Sacred Sound, and a 2019 album called Coming to Light. This is off of that album from last year. The song has 1.5 million plays. It's called Wash Away by Ayaterra. So this has the electric guitars mixed in here.
Supposed to know, 'cause when we live in it, it don't seem so. It's different, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Life's too short to be alone. 1 minute you have it, the next it's gone. Got to be ready for whatever comes. Such a trip, what a gift it is, yeah. As I step into the sun again, come on and step into the sun. Wash away the rest of your life. It's
Gotta stop it there. That sounded cool. I mean, it had more layers of sound. You have the electric guitars, not electronic guitars. Had a little more kind of weight to them, a little bit more than we've heard in some of the other songs. You have a little more heaviness to it, to their sound, and then you've got the electronic whatever was making some noises in the back. So that was Ayaterra. We are halfway through today's episode. This is when I stop and remind you, please comment, like, and subscribe. If you are enjoying what you are listening and hearing, please hit the thumbs up button. If you have any suggestions of a band or artist you want to hear on the show, feel free to drop it in the comments below. I do read all those. You can also email themusicrabbithole@gmail.com. And then also, if you don't mind, if you like this concept, you're into this, go ahead and hit the subscribe. So that way all new videos are directly sent to your inbox when they are completed. This week, they'll be available Monday, Wednesday mornings around 6 a.m. Eastern. On Friday, I'm not sure when that video will come out. Hopefully sometime in the morning, somewhere in that 6 to 9 a.m. window. We'll see. It depends on when I can get up and get this thing done. All right. So let's get back to the music. Sixth band on the list. They also come from California. They're called Unified Highway. They have 244,000 monthly Spotify listeners. 2016 album called Unified Highway. 2016 album, that's a remix album. So 2 albums out that year. And then 2020 album called Headlines. This is from the 2020 album. It is called Headline. So Headline from Headlines. It's got 308,000 plays. Let's get into it. Okay. Whoa.
Unified. New threat, new motion, new fears and a rise of commotion. Rise up, youth rise, good thoughts, good vibes. One love when the one out eye. Two up, unified peace signs. We take pride, diversify, stand proud, get loud. Gotta get by. Why? I got a master plan. Tell the world where you began. Clear roads with no traffic jam. Time to claim your roots, my man. Strong when we all combine. Most of the world's still blind. Bottom line, no time for that. This ought to be the headline. Headline, headline. Always from a different kind. Two up, unified peace signs. Always from a different kind. Headline.
Headline by Unified Highway. Really cool sound there, too. And I like how they have the brass instruments in there, too. All right, seventh on the list. I think it's Hyrie. And I've already screwed up some names on the show so far. And I try my best. So if I do get it wrong, just forgive me. If you know the right way to pronounce it, go, you idiot, I know how to pronounce it. So I think it's Hyrie. They're from San Diego, 93,000 monthly Spotify listeners. 2013 album called Hyrie, a 2016 album called Wandering Soul, and a 2019 album called Dreamer. This is from that middle album, that 2016 album. It's got 1.7 million plays. It's called Good Vibration, and it features Trevor Hall. And I know Trevor Hall. I've heard his music before. Stop it there. Hyrie, a Good Vibration. It sounds like they were going to get into a good chorus coming up. So go listen to that full song. I put the full playlist, Spotify playlist, in the description. So we give these guys some streams. Go listen to the full song if you're interested. And yeah, that one, it's very dreamy sounding. Like some of these reggaes, it sounds like I would put it in the category of like party reggae. That one is more of like, yeah, a little more dreamy type elements to that one. All right, 3 left to go. We're going down to Orlando to Kash'd Out. 86,000 monthly Spotify listeners. A 2017 album called The Hookup. 2019 album called Undercover. This is from that 2017 album. It's got 1.7 million plays. It's called Always Vibin'. Just like we are on this show. We're always vibing. Oh yeah, this is very beachy. Cool voice. Always vibing. Just like us, man. We're always vibing on this show. It's a new music. 2 bands left. Let's knock these out. Number 9. We're sticking in Florida. Heading out that Florida reggae scene. This is a band called Serenation. They have 13,000 monthly Spotify listeners. A 2015 album called Island Thinkin'. A 2018 album called Livin' the Dream. This is from the 2015 album. It's got 572,000 plays. It's called What Up?
This ain't no 9 to 5, 24/7 just to stay alive. So what up?
What up?
Are you down to ride? No pockets full of money, but we're getting by. I remember when I didn't have to work, walking through the woods, I was covered in dirt. No job, no bills, just some time to kill. And all I had to do was skate and surf. Now it's a different kind of grinding, taking up my time. And I don't even mind, cause I'm still getting mine. Learn less from the beach, less from the streets. Never give up is what my heart is telling me. Cause this ain't no 9 to 5, 24/7 just to stay alive. So what up? What up? Are you down to ride? No pockets full of money, but we're getting by. This ain't no 9 to 5, 24/7 just to stay alive. So what up? What up? Are you down to ride? No pockets full of money, but we're getting by. It ain't no.
So that's What Up by Serenation. Clearly kind of telling the story of, hey, you know, this isn't a 9 to 5 job. This is something that they love and enjoy, but it's something they got to do 24/7 just to stay alive, make that money. All right, last band on the list here. So we've traveled through quite a fun journey. We started things with Red, Gold, Green. We could have gone in so many different directions. We ended up going down the reggae route. Hit up bands like Bumpin' Uglies, like Ayaterra, The Hold Up, Unified Highway. And now we are wrapping things up in Charlotte, North Carolina. This band's called Of Good Nature. They have 20,000 monthly Spotify listeners. A 2015 album called Life Worth Living. 2019 album called Timeless. And a 2020 album they put out just last Friday, called Everything Turns Gold. This is off of the album from last year, though, and it's called Be the Day. It's got 234,000 plays. So again, the band is called Of Good Nature. And they'll actually be the band to play us out on this Monday. Hope you've had fun. We brought the party to you with this music today. And hope you found some new bands that you want to start listening to. We'll be back on Wednesday as we hit up underground artist Rich Miller and head out through the local rap scene. And then Friday, we'll be back for new album releases. Again, this has been another episode of The Music Rabbit Hole. See you guys. See you Wednesday.
So I'll ignore me, I may be sorry for a lady use. See, here's what I say, I'll go my way, and that'll be the day.